I was born into this beautiful country called Cambodia, and I lived a really nice childhood. And then all that changed on April 17, 1975, when this group called the Khmer Rouge took power in Cambodia. During the Khmer Rouge regime, anybody and everybody who didn't believe in the communist ideology were viewed as enemies of the state. And in a span of that time, 1.7 to 2 million would die of starvation, diseases, hard labor, and execution. I also lost both my parents, 2 sisters, and 20 other relatives. I went to live in orphanages and children's camps, and eventually we were relocated to America. Years later, the only way to deal with it was to look at it face on. And I did that through writing. And I remember waking up to the news that Pol Pot, the Khmer Rouge leader, had died, and hearing the last interview in which he said he had no regrets for what happened in Cambodia. And I thought, how dare you? And it was in that moment that I decided I was gonna negate the legacy of Pol Pot and his love story, and I was gonna write my own love story. And so I decided to take my journals and turn it into a book. And years later, that book would become First They Killed My Father. I came to America as a 10-year-old girl refugee who didn't speak a word of English, without parents, who didn't know the culture or the land or the place. And so I think the biggest challenge for me was to, on a daily basis, tell myself I could do it. When you tell yourself you can't, don't listen to that voice. Look at where in your life you started hearing this voice. And then realizing that you have the power to change your narrative. You have the power to change your thoughts, to change what you say to yourself. So if you have a story and you have that passion and desire to tell your story, do it. My name is Loung Ung, and I am a woman who soars.